back to Lesson 8 of HebrewLingo. I'm Ryan, and today's going to be mostly review. We're learning a lot of vocab today, but we're also adding another layer to things that we already know. So without further ado, let's learn some new letters. There are actually only 2 of them today. We're running out of letters to learn. So the first letter that we're learning today is called Samech. It looks like an O, but it actually makes an S sound. And here's our second letter. It's called Ein, and it's a placeholder vowel, kind of like Aleph. So here are 2 letters that we learned today, Samech and Ein. Now on to the nouns that we have to learn today. There's a lot, but you've done it before. You can do it again. So the first noun that you have to learn today is the noun for book, and the way that you say it is sefer, and the way that you spell it is samech pei resh. Now the second noun's a little bit trickier, but it's the word for peach, and the way that you say it is afar sek, and the way that you spell it is aleph pei resh samech kuf. This next noun's a fun one. It's the word for cake, and the way that you say it is uga, and the way that you spell it is ein vav gimel he. Now, the next word's actually easier than the English version of the word for newspaper, and the way that you say it is iton, and the way that you spell it is ein, yod, tav, vav, nun sofit. For this next one, the way that I spelled the romanization of the pronunciation is a little bit misguided, but the way that you say the word chicken is of, and the way that you spell it is ein, vav, pe sofit. Now, let's do some practice. We're using some tenses that we haven't necessarily used that much before. Are you unpaused? Okay, well this sentence right here says Hem korim sefer, which means they read a book. Practice number 2, let's go. Are you unpaused? Okay, well this sentence right here says Hi ochelet afar sek, which means she eats a peach. Okay, so for the remainder of the lesson, we're actually going to be going over verbs and adjectives that we don't know the plural tenses for. Luckily, they all kind of follow a very similar pattern, so you won't be too lost. So the very first verb that we're going over today is the verb for to come, and you already know ba and ba'a, but the plural masculine version is ba'im, and the plural feminine version is ba'ot. Verb number 2 is to love, and you actually already know ohev and ohevet, but for the plural versions, you actually change the e to an a, and you get ohavim and ohavot. For the verb to eat, you actually have a lot of consonant blurring, so you already know ochel and ochelet, but the plurals are actually ochlim and ochlot. The same applies for the verb for to go or to walk, which, as you know, for the singulars is holech or holechet, but for the plurals it's holchim and holchot. Okay, so this next verb is for to see, and for the singulars it is ro'eh and ro'ah, and for the plurals it is ro'im and ro'ot. And the very last thing that we're going to be learning today is actually the only adjective on the list, and it is for hot or warm, and you already know cham and chama, but you don't know chamim and chamot. With all the learning out of the way, let's do some practice. Are you done? Okay, well this sentence right here says Hem ochlim lechem yefeh, which means they eat pretty bread. Practice number 2, bringing back some of that zezot. Are you done? Okay, well this sentence right here says Zot of chama, which means this is hot chicken. And practice number 3, very last practice of today. Are you done? Okay, well this final sentence right here says Hem ro'im uga, which means they see a cake. So that is the end of today's lesson, which included a ton of information. As always, check out the quiz in the link in the description. Have an amazing day, guys, and see you guys next time. Bye.